Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel, guys. You've got your boys here, the Dividend Diplomats, guys, and we are on the road to our WrestleMania, which is 20,000 subscribers. And today we've got two dividend stocks that have been roaring back over the last 52 weeks. Is it time to exit or to continue riding the wave?
Smash that subscribe button, everybody. Give this video a thumbs up. We have been owning these stocks and they are in for the long haul. But the question is it time for them to get kicked out of the moving car, which is our dividend stock portfolio? Or are they going to keep joining us along for this ride to financial freedom?
The old tuck and roll grandma. No, you guys remember those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Uh, no, but yeah, we got two stocks here, guys. We're going to obviously talk about what the stocks are, talk about a little bit about the business, what's been going on. But guys, we're going to run through the stock screener, the PE, the payout, the growth. We're also going to really focus in on that appreciation. And then the end questions are, is it time to move on or is it time to keep riding? So that first stock, guys, it's going to be a stock that I can't wait for all the comments here. Who else is still holding them as well? 3M Company, M. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's damn true. Triple M, guys. Again, they had the big lawsuits with their, earbud, pieces, and they finally are wiping their hands clean out of that. They sold off Solventum, aka Solve and Momentum combined. Their healthcare business unit earlier this year, they finalized that. And you bet your ass I exited that Solventum business as well. I said, you're out of here.
Yeah, I'm still
Um,
holding that for some reason. Haven't quite done it yet.
yeah, you're fine. I mean,
I don't
it's
blame
what
you.
it
I don't blame you one bit for dumping that, especially with how well some of our other spinoffs has gone. Don't blame
is.
me one bit for getting that one out.
Well, again, their dividend has been right sized from that handsome $1.51 down to 70 cents. So they will lose that dividend king status for this company, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. One is going to be poured out for the investors out here. But strangely enough, 3M stock is up 38% this year, up 49% this year, Bert.
Yeah, once some certainty came around with the lawsuit, the stock price went up. That seemed to be what was really dragging down 3M. Nobody knew quite how much money they were going to have to pay out to people, and it seemed endless. Kept getting killed in the courts, any settlement talk. Now, look what happens. Certainty allows people to read, allows people to react, and allows people to adjust their forecast. Once you know, that seems to be the best thing that can happen to a stock, whether it's good or bad, just knowing sometimes helps be the catalyst that helps a company rebound. So that's why they're up 38% year to date. That's why they're up 49% over the last 52 weeks. For whatever it is, 3M right now seems to be firing on all cylinders, and their share price is well above $100 once again.
And to quickly go through the DD stock screener metrics, $127.05 is the stock price. 725 is that earnings projection for this year. 17.5 PE, Bert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shot up fast. I guess that's what happens when your price jumps up 38% in the last year. That
Yeah,
right size dividend is now $2.80. So the payout ratio is very manageable, 38%.
did what you had to do, guys. Again, no dividend growth here at all anymore for 3M. We'll have to see 2025 essentially if they come back to the table to increase that dividend. All things point to that they could, but again, time will tell there. The current dividend yield, how the tables turned here, 2.20%.
Yeah, that's well below its 5-year average yield of 4.72%. So that's what's going to happen when you cut the dividend, right? That's exactly
Yeah.
what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
When you cut the dividend plus share price appreciation, you had both things go against the yield there.
Yeah, I love it. So overall,
Still down though, 6% though over the 5-year period.
yeah, so it has basically been flat over the last 5 years. So that's how I read 3M here. Man, it is fascinating, Lanny. I don't even know like, do you just hold it for now? Like, what is your initial
You,
take?
you know, if I go into my portfolio right now, guys, pardon me here,
Yeah, pardon
and
you.
yeah, I look for that triple M stock.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in an unrealized gain of about 22, 23% on this stock. Um, I really think we're going to have to see um, what they do next year. I think I'm going to hold for now. Um, for some reason, I feel like there's still some possible upward trajectory on this stock.
I would agree. I'm not quite at 22%, but I have an unrealized gain in them. Now that the stuff's behind them, they're getting out Solventum. Let's see what the company has with some tailwinds behind it. Let's see what they can do to maybe grow that shareholder value with either more divestitures, more asset sales. There are going to be other ways for them to grow shareholder value now that they are looking forward versus looking back.
Didn't they do something weird, Bert, where didn't they increase their dividend and then do the dividend right size or something like that?
I think they increase their dividend in February every year, usually.
Yeah, yeah,
Wouldn't
I think you're
surprise me.
right.
I
So
mean,
currently,
can you
yeah,
be
go
a
ahead.
dividend king if you increase your dividend, cut your dividend, and then you decide to re-increase your dividend again in the same year? I can't.
No, because they look at the annual dividend paid out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's right. All right. Still got a shot, 3M. Just remember that. It's not over yet. It's not.
so, so Bert and I are holding on right now to 3M stock, but I'm not saying that it's not off the chopping block. It very much is on the chopping block. So if share price gets to like 150 bucks a share, I think there's like no choice but for me to say, all right, love you
Soon.
three.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say 150, and then things get really interesting.
All right, well, let's move on to the second stock here, guys. As we jump in here again, this has been another dog that's had to fight its way back. They were really involved in a lot of the cannabis business here, related to, again, that part of we'll call it the overall agricultural industry. Scott's Miracle Grow, ticker symbol SMG. Now, despite being up 12 and a quarter percent this year, or 45% since last year being up, they're still down about 35% over the last 5 years because they, again, were just getting hammered in those, 2021, 2022 time period years.
So what happened with them as you're going back? Before they got hammered, they were on fire. Scotts Miracle Grow could not miss, especially once COVID hit. Much like all the DIYs with Home Depot, Lowe's, and all those, all the people were going back to their lawns. They were doing all those projects. There was a lot of stuff that helped propel Scotts Miracle Grow to record highs. And in hindsight, probably should have sold it off at that point, but you never knew. That's when they invested in that marijuana business. They were riding the wave of states legalizing. They were riding the wave of the marijuana boom. And that just eventually it all caught up to Scotts Miracle Grow, and that's what started its downward spiral. So it's great to see the company coming back once again.
Yeah. And again, looking at their last earnings release, too, guys, sales were actually up about 11% from prior year. Net sales are actually about 1.2 billion, which was higher than last year. Their non-GAAP EPS was nearly double that of the prior year linked quarter. I mean, just
Yeah.
think about that. And so they're really getting back to hitting and firing on all cylinders. And obviously, their share price has recently, in the last 52 weeks, heavily benefited from it. Again, up 45%. So let's look at them through the screener here. The trading at 72.28, guys. Forward EPS, again, looking at 2024 figures, not 25, $2.70. That PE is 26.77x.
Still above the S&P 500 here with the rebound. Their annual dividend is $2.64. That's a payout ratio. 97.78%, Lanny. You don't want to see it near 100% like that.
It should be getting better, we'll say here.
Yeah.
The 5 year growth rate was, well, they haven't cut their dividend, so they still have a 5 year growth rate. It's still 33%, but granted, they haven't raised their dividend for a couple of years now.
All right. And now, even though their price has come up, their yield has gone down a little bit. It's still a very solid yield at 3.65%.
So right in line with that 5-year dividend yield average. Obviously, some of the lower yielding years coupled with the highest yielding years of 2021 and 2022 are mixed in there to give you that. Again, down 5 years by 35%, but up 45% in the last 2 weeks.
Hmm.
Scott's Miracle Grow. Do they come back with some form of, again, I think that they do. I think that I'm still going to hold this stock for now. If they have one more blunder, fool me once or whatever, but fool me twice. So, you know, I'm going to hold on as well to
Yeah.
this stock.
Why not? I'm holding here. I think this next earnings release it's going to be very telling. That 100% near 100% payout ratio is not sustainable. It just isn't, no matter who you are. If you, I'd say the same thing whether it was Scotch Miracle Grow, JP Morgan, or anyone else out there. So you have to see how many quarters it look like before they're going to turn it around, before you get even more hope that that payout ratio is going to come down to a more manageable level, like in the 60 or 70%. But you won't know that until earnings are released.
How about you guys? Do you guys own Scott's Miracle Grow stock? Do you guys own 3M stock? Let us know below. What are your plans with these stocks as well? Are you holding? Were you buying these stocks when they were down in the trenches as well? We would love to know because obviously there was a reason why you did that. And now here you are getting the fruit from holding those stocks, guys. Again, we're not here to say these are stocks to buy. Bert and I are both holding on to both of these stocks because we feel like there's more appreciation, at least, that could be there prior to potentially even exiting these businesses.
Yeah. So remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up. And Lanny, what else do we need to tell all the diplomaniacs out there?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats over and out.